people are watching the videos. And she has a strong fan base, which she calls the hotties, right? And whenever she goes, she bigs up the hotties. And I think as an up-and-coming artist, to have a name for your fan base is essential. Like I mentioned with Coyle Ray earlier, she has Everything Cozy. People can refer to themselves by that fan base. Okay, so that's definitely very important as well. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We are on Megan Thee Stallion, in case you do not know. All right, so for poll factor, she's definitely considered one of the hottest female rappers in the game right now. Okay, hey, Seuss, what's up with ya? All right, so she definitely brings that mixture of sexy and bars. And for me, fortunately, I'm a male. All right, and if a female's gonna get on the track and just rap about her coochie for 4 minutes, I can't listen. I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry. As a male, I can't listen to somebody rap about their coochie for like 5 to 6 minutes. I can't do it. Okay, but Megan Thee Stallion, she does it, but she also has bars. Like my first song I listened to by her, was the freestyle Fire in the Booth. So what's up, King Africa Mac? Are we rating? You can drop your names. Like this list is definitely up for debate. The list is definitely up to change because we're gonna do this all year. It's early. It's early. You know what I'm saying? It's early in the year for this. It's all good, man. It's early in the year for this, and Roddy is still third. He could end up taking the chip, but I'm gonna let you guys know why I got Blueface at number 1 right now. But we still on Megan Thee Stallion. All right. So in terms of body of work, we have Tina Snow. Okay, great body of work. It did not chart, unfortunately, but there is 4 songs with over 1 million streams on Spotify. Okay, so she definitely has been putting in that work. Okay, Roddy is definitely a true freshman. However, so is Blueface. To me, a rookie really is, what do you do? What do you do with your first year in the mainstream spotlight? Okay. And no, it is not because he is hottest. I have a lot of reasons as to why Blueface is my number 1 right now. But, and in terms of platforms that Megan Thee Stallion has been on, she has Power 105, Fire in the Booth, LA Leakers. So, she's been on a lot of platforms so far, and she's going to just keep getting bigger. I'm going to make a prediction right now. So if it comes true, remember that I said it. She's going to be on Genius Verified for Big Ol' Freak. So remember I said that. All right. Big Ol' Freak is going to be her Genius Verified. I don't really see her getting on Ener Banks. Maybe, though. You can't count it out. But I'm going to say she's going to be on Genius Verified for Big Ol' Freak. All right. So that was going to do it for Megan Thee Stallion. Like I said, these things are definitely debatable. But Megan Thee Stallion, because of all those reasons, is number 4 right now. So next we have Roddy Ricch. Big Roddy from California. He is signed to Bird Vision Entertainment, and he's the only artist signed there. All right, the only artist signed to Bird Vision Entertainment. And I got up on Roddy Ricch last year around the time that Die Young came out. And literally, Die Young and the video for Die Young is so polished that I thought that he had been a staple in the game for so long. And I believe that was produced by London on the Beat. But it's such a polished video and song that I thought that he'd been in the industry for years already, which he kind of has. But I thought he was way more established than he actually was because that song was so fire and the video was so fire. But in terms of interviews, he was on Tim Westwood, Say Cheese TV, and he has a verified Genius lyric breakdown with Die Young. Okay, so definitely important to me to have a verified lyric breakdown. He was also on DJ Small Eyes, okay, and Complex, Double XL, Mass Appeal. We also have Before They Were Famous. Now, Before They Were Famous to me is actually a great platform that I also think says that you are somebody if you were on Before They Were Famous, because, that's somebody actually taking the time to detail your whole life and why, you're popular and how you actually became popular. So we also have, he is on tour right now. I really want to see him in one of his New York shows. He's going to be in New York within the next couple weeks, I believe. And I don't know if you guys saw that tour video that he posted. Oh my gosh. When he was on tour, one of his shows, went to the crowd. Obviously, everyone's phone lights are on. And they just start singing Die Young word for word, bro. When I tell you that would have been me, I ain't trying to die young, so I got to rob with one. He does have a song on Marshmello, Project Dreams, that is also a fire. Project Dreams, straight heat. Man, I ain't trying to die young, so I got to rob with one. Stood 10 toes down in my Balenciagas, man. Whew, come on. That song gives me chills, bro. That song gives me chills. I've probably listened to that song over 300 times at this point. And I'm not capping, I'm not lying, I'm not nothing. And it's early in his career, and he has hard cosigns, like hard cosigns. So in terms of social media presence, he has 1.2 million on the gram, and he has 60K on Twitter. He doesn't really use Twitter like that, so it's understandable why he only has 60K on Twitter. Like I said, it's kind of hard to gain a Twitter following, especially if you don't use Twitter like that. So for poll factor, oh wait, no, we're still on social media presence. So social media presence, he has 483,000 on YouTube, also a very large number. So now we're into poll factor, and poll factor, he's definitely one of the major artists coming out of Cali right now, along with Blueface. For cosigns. Marshmello, like Deem just said, that's definitely huge because that's a crossover. And yeah, I was just about to say he worked with Nip. That is a fire song. R.I.P. Nip. Rest in peace. He has the Dream Chasers cosign. He definitely has some buzz in the UK. He has the WoW remix, Post Malone. That is also big in my opinion. These are all crossovers. When you get a Marshmello and you get a Post Malone, when you got a Marshmello and a Post Malone, it's like the white people are gonna look at you because the white people love Marshmello and the white people love Post Malone. So they're gonna see Post Malone featuring Roddy Ricch, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, who's Roddy Ricch?" Whether or not they like him or not, that's still a crazy look. Okay. So yeah, he had the Post and Floyd Mayweather. There's literally a video of him saying the Floyd Mayweather line that's in every season. Yeah, actually, yeah, I believe 3 people got stabbed at Roddy's show in the UK. That's actually, sad for those people. I definitely wish those people the best. But Floyd Mayweather was in the studio with him while he was rapping every season. So Floyd also gives him that cosign. Literally, Lil Durk on No Auto Durk mentions Die Young and Roddy Ricch on his song. Roddy's name is up there. Roddy's name holds some clout. Roddy's name holds some weight. All right. And he's also on Meek Mill's album, Splash Warning, which also featured Future. Roddy really is out here. Like, I don't blame you for thinking that Roddy is the rookie of the year. I really do not blame you, truly. I do not blame you. So in terms of engagement, we're going to bring out actual percentages here. All right. So in terms of actual percentage engagement, he has 18.43 engagement percentage on Instagram. And that is according to Triber.com. Now, I want to put that in perspective for you. All right. 18.43. The average Instagram engagement is 3.5. Let me put that in perspective for you. He has 18.43 engagement percentage on Instagram. The average is 3.5. So people 100% engage with his videos and engage with Roddy's music, and they engage with Roddy in general. Now, bodies of work feed the streets. Oh my, Roddy was feeding my ears with heat. He was feeding me with heat with Feed the Streets too. I made a video saying that album was my 4th best album of 2018, in my opinion. I think that is the fourth best album of all 2018. Like from top to bottom, there's no skips, in my opinion. There's no skips. There's absolutely no skips on the album, in my opinion. So, you know, it needed more reception. It needed more love. I think it needed way more love on that album, truly, because it was such a great album, bro. Like, there's no skips on that. Like, seriously, there's no skips. If you have not heard Roddy Ricch's Feed the Streets 2, go and bump that immediately. You need to do it. You need to do it. You absolutely need to do it. Now, with Die Young, that is his banger. And, you know, people are immediately gonna be like, you know, this song won't last past now. And it's like, what? You know, but I think that every 90s head or 80s head is immediately going to be like, oh no, this song is not going to last in 2-3 years. No one's even going to be listening to it. But at the end of the day, people that are growing up from now are going to listen to the music from now. Like, I don't think that people that say that understand that, you know, but Blueface for the kids, Roddy for the men. I won't argue saying that. I won't argue you saying that. So, Die Young has 38 million on YouTube. 38 million. You gotta make the stank face for that one. 38 million. I had to make the stank face for that one. And Spotify, okay, he has 3 songs over 1 mil on Pandora streams, excuse me. And for Spotify, that thing is just triple digits. Come on now. And Pandora, he has 2.4 mil streams for Die Young. And in terms of his whole YouTube channel over the last 30 days, that thing has 46 million views. Okay. Project Dreams is also doing numbers, and every season. Yes, you were right. Every season, I actually saw every season. And this is actually the song that put me on to Roddy, was when he did the performance with Enoch Banks with the whole crowd behind him. And that also put me on to Enoch Banks, and it put me on to Roddy Ricch. So that killed 2 birds with 1 stone. But, you know, that one video too also showed you Enoch Banks is important in this staple. And he also shows you, with you rapping to a ukulele beat, if you kill it, you know, you end up becoming an artist. But so yeah, that one put me on to, and then he didn't drop it till a while later. So then when I heard it, I was like, oh, word, yo, that's that song from the ukulele. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but so in terms of platforms that Roddy's been on, okay, we have Enoch Banks, like I just said. We have Genius Verified Lyric Breakdown. Academics, also, there's a video, I believe, on Academics or Complex's YouTube of Academics saying, y'all really support you, whatever you need, blah, blah, blah. So having an Academics cosign is also definitely important. He was on before they were famous. DJ Ghost, who is a reactor on YouTube, also reacted to his video, and DJ Ghost racks up millions of views. So, you know, having those reactors react to your song and videos is also very important. And in terms of the XXL freshman pitches, Roddy has 41K. Now, even though I don't put much clout into XXL and what they're doing with the freshman list, in terms of how many views you get, shows you how strong your fan base is. So when I mentioned DDG earlier, his fan base, which they call themselves the DDG squad, is very powerful. That's why he has 400K on that. Okay, so, you know, that just shows you how powerful your fan base actually is, how much they actually like you enough in terms of views to actually just click on your pitch. So, you know, 41K, I feel like, you know, he was also on DJ Small Eyes. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. But yeah, so 41K, I feel like he could have did better. He could have did better than 41K, but, you know, there's still more time. I feel like he'll at least touch 80. You know, I feel like Roddy's fan base is strong enough to at least touch 80. But right now it is currently in the 40s. So in terms of impact of Die Young, though, I think Die Young is going to go down as a smash. Like, it's going to live past this year, next year, year after that, because it's really like, I ain't trying to die young, so I got to ride with one. Stood 10 toes down in my Balenciagas. Like, anytime somebody dies, unfortunately, it literally can just go back to that song. And it sucks and it's sad. It's literally written after X passed, you know, but, you know, anytime somebody passes, you can literally look at that song and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So But that is why Roddy is number 3 for me. I think that his album needs to do better number wise and needs to get way more reception. It needs to do in his next album. If his next album that if he drop well, if he even drops an album this year, but if that album smashes, yeah, if it touched Billboard, it may be hard for me to not give him that at least raise him up the ranks. So, it definitely is the new I'll Be Missing You. But yeah, Roddy definitely has a chance to rise up the ranks. But to me, even though all those things, he's kind of living off of Die Young right now. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's definitely putting up banger YouTube numbers, right? And I'm saying Roddy over DaBaby right now because of the fact that, yes, Roddy's putting up terrific YouTube numbers, right? To me, Feed the Streets 2 is an amazing album, right? But in terms of album numbers and reception, DaBaby's album is just skyrocketing over Feed the Streets 2. Like, Roddy's really still popular because of these 3 songs, and now he's been getting some features. But to me, he needs a banger album this year in order to be really in that top 2 spot. Roddy's still doing his thing though, so all these things are debatable. All these things are not set in stone. We still early in the year. It's there was a whole different list. And I do not agree with Blueface living off Tatiana. I do not agree. But hey, we are gonna get into that. All right, we can have a discussion about that one. All right, so next up, number 2, we have DaBaby. Okay, now DaBaby was putting up hella numbers as an independent artist, but like I said a little earlier, it's hard to actually maintain a steady incline if you're not signed. So, but when you have such great numbers by yourself, then you can go to a label and you can say, yeah, I want a partnership. I don't want you to just sign me. I don't want to be your slave. I want to be a partner. So that's why you should definitely maintain your independent artist status until you can go to a label and say, yo, I want to be a partner and I'm going to keep the rights to my masters, and you're going to help me get into places that I couldn't get to before. So, DaBaby would have not been on the Breakfast Club if he was not signed. And I strongly believe that, radio play and just getting to that next level, you have to be signed, unfortunately. But, that's just the way it is right now. But in terms of interviews that DaBaby has had so far, the Breakfast Club, that has over 1 mil. And we have Vlad TV. Okay. We have Angela Yee Lip Service. Okay. That's a great watch. You should give that a watch. Nardwar. And like Deem said, unless you got the Russ booster shot, that's true, honestly. Russ also, he was on Flex. I want to say he was on Breakfast Club. Russ is just different. Honestly, I'm not a Russ hater. I like Russ's music, and I'm proud to say that. I'm not going to be one of those people that say, "Oh, give Russ a bunch of L's." Like, the man is narcissistic, okay, but he literally does everything by himself. So it's like, he has that ability to talk his talk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, once you get a Nardwar interview, and honestly, Nardwar is such a strange man, but he just makes things so awkward, which is like, dry comedy is my kind of comedy. Dry comedy is my kind of comedy. So he's on Nardwar, Power 106 LA, DJ Small Eyes, Genius Verified Lyric Breakdown with Walker, Texas Ranger. He was on All Urban Central, DJ Woo Kid, Rap Radar, and Mass Appeal. So he's had some great looks so far, honestly. Man, crowd surfed at a TED Talk. That sounds like a new goal for me. That sounds like a new goal for me that I want to accomplish. But so for tours, he's currently on his Baby on Baby tour. That'd be dope to be able to go. I'm the Black Nardwar. Yo, that, man, I appreciate that, honestly. I honestly appreciate that. But on his Baby on Baby tour right now, and he's going to be at Made in America. I mentioned that there was an artist going to be at Made in America earlier, and that is the Baby. And he's also going to be performing in Atlantic City with the G Herbo and in Albany with a Boogie. So those are some good names. G Herbo to me should be at a different point of his career, to be honest. And I'm going to make this statement that I haven't said yet, which I was going to, but I probably should have made some kind of TE receipts for it. But G Herbo was also an offbeat rapper, to be honest. Like, G Herbo tries to fit mad words into a small space before Blueface came in. It's just that Blueface is way offbeat sometimes, but G Herbo been offbeat. Like, G Herbo been trying to fit like 16 bars into into a small space. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know why people give Blueface so much slack for it, but it's probably because G Herbo came with more harder bars, came from Chirac, But and yeah, also Blueface didn't care about the music, but I feel like there's a lot of artists that don't care about the music, But like, that's just where we're at right now. There's so much money to be made in music. Like, there's so much money to be made in music that it's hard to say that every artist is in it just for the passion of the music. Like, you look at people with double-digit million Spotify numbers, and you probably just assume, yo, they're probably making mad money. I should do that too, try to make that kind of money. So, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to say that every artist is in it for the passion, because they're probably not. They look at these numbers, they look at them, maybe a lot of people from the 90s or early 2000s probably in it for the love, because there was not nearly as much money as there is now. So, so tours, G Herbo, A Boogie, he's been working. So social media presence, all right. The man is at 1.2 million. Okay. And if they free Melly, I also do believe Melly would be at number one if he was free. I do strongly believe that. So on YouTube, he has 478K. All right, 478K on YouTube. And over the last 30 days, he's had 47.83 million views. The man was putting up numbers. If they free Melly, R. Kelly, Bed, and Soulja Boy for greatest comeback, R. Kelly, I hope he's nowhere in that running, to be honest. That man is a dirty man. But at the end of the day, he ain't no DaBaby. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You like how I smell cologne. I just signed a deal I'm on. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? But Baby on Baby went number one on Apple Music in terms of his album. And this is why I put Baby over Roddy, because they both, yes, great YouTube numbers. They both have great interviews. Okay, they both been on some great platforms. They both have Inner Banks. They both have Genius. Okay, they both have been in some great spaces. But also, what DaBaby has over Roddy, he has Breakfast Club. Okay, he has Angela Yee Lip Service, which is basically Breakfast Club Part 2. Like, he has Breakfast Club squared. Okay, he has Vlad. All right, he has Nardwar. Like, those are 4 heavy hitters. Those are undeniable heavy hitters. Like, you have to take those into account. Roddy literally has none of those. Roddy does not have a Breakfast Club. He does not have a Vlad. He does not have an Angela Yee, and he does not have a Nardwar. Okay, like, at the end of the day, like I said, it's not just about the music. There's so many things outside of the music that have to go into play. And, outside of not even having those 4 heavy hitters, Roddy's album did not get received nearly as well as Baby on Baby. Not nearly as well. It's not even really comparable, to be honest. So 4 heavy hitters in the album, to me, that just puts DaBaby just here and Roddy here, simply because of those things. Die Young, fire. I love Roddy Ricch's music. You don't have to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Roddy Ricch is definitely fire. Okay. Roddy Ricch is definitely fire, but he does not have some of those criteria that DaBaby has. Okay. But YNW, actually, when you bring that up, they said that he was signed to 300 because I was actually trying to look up if he was signed or not. Because if you actually look on Apple Music and you look at the bottom in like kind of little grayed out letters, okay, and kind of like little grayed out letters, you can see whether or not that artist is independent or if they're signed and where the rights to that song is, okay. But we seem to be getting a little short on time, so the baby number 2 platforms, Power 106, and he had the LA freestyle with Power 106, and that's definitely strong because they're basically the new flex in my opinion. So for what you've been waiting for, okay, he said I'm calling out of work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So number 1, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Blueface, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Scoop. Blueface number 1. And I'm going to tell you why. All right. Blueface Baby is the premier talent on Cash Money West. Sa Baby is also on Cash Money West, but do you hear about him? Nah, you don't. You don't. Blueface is the premier talent on Cash Money West. So if you want to say as a franchise player, he's the franchise player right now. So that's number 1. All right. Now I'm about to break it down right now. All right. Let me you Savvy. Yes, I just mentioned Savvy. Savvy third, not Savvy Baby. Savvy third, fire, right? But he also needs to. I feel like they should have had Savvy be on a song with Blueface by now. If you wanted Savvy to be on the same level as Blueface, or at least receive some of his clout, they should have had a song together right now. But I haven't seen it. You know, maybe it's in the works. Who knows? But you know, Blueface is the franchise player. So that's 1. You guys, let me know if there's somebody that has 2 dance challenges. Let's start with that. 2 dance challenges. Pull up on your block and I bleed it. All right? Dance challenge. Okay? Tatiana dance challenge. Now, no other rapper on this list has 2 dance challenges, let alone 1. All right? He has kids jumping on tables doing the Tatiana, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Anybody's name Tatiana, they might as well like go to the office of wherever you go to change your name and go get that legally changed. Go get it legally changed, please, because you're going to get called Tatiana the same way that if you were Stephanie, you were going to get called Heffany. So moving on. He had a freestyle on Sway. Wasn't very good, but at the end of the day, he was still on Sway. All right. He is, I believe, still currently on tour or was on tour with the City Girls and Lil Baby. Boom. And Lil Baby was also arguably the Rookie of the Year last year. All right, boom. He has 3.1 million on Instagram, 119K on YouTube, 118K on Twitter. All right. The man went from really small artist to mainstream in a little over a year. All right. He has a top 5 song on a Billboard, mind you, with Blueface. Okay. You guys may not be able to say this, but you can definitely say there are at least 4 to 5 songs people will know off the top of their head when they mention Blueface. All right. Let's get into it. Studio, Deadlokes, Deadlokes Part 2, and Respect My Crippin', Tatiana. Who has 5 major songs that you can say off the top head? And West Coast. It's not even his song, but people are definitely going to go down knowing it as his song. Oh, and Bleed It. That's at least 7 songs. That's at least 7 songs that people will know off the top of their head with a new artist. That usually doesn't happen. Where an artist has 7 songs that people will know them from as an up-and-coming artist. That does not happen. So outside of the dance challenge and the 7 songs, he also has a rap challenge. So he has 2 dance challenges, a rap challenge, and 7 songs that people know him by. That's crazy. And the man has been on so many platforms. Everyday Struggle, Breakfast Club, Rockstar Hip Hop, Lyrical Lemonade, Nardwar. Okay. Tatiana, even though, you know, we don't know if streaming farms had been used, but 124 mil. Over a mil streams this week on Pandora. Let's break down the YouTube numbers. Lyrical Lemonade, 73 mil on Tatiana, 54 mil on Bleed It, 48 mil on Tatiana Remix. And that's just Lyrical Lemonade. Now let's get into World Star Hip Hop. 10 mil on Studio, 26 mil on Strike My Crippin', 14 mil on Tatiana. You may not like his music, but the numbers are undeniable. His impact is undeniable. His impact is undeniable. Now, honestly, until somebody is able to touch that impact, and I'm Suge with the baby is starting to get to, he may have a little dance challenge going, but Blueface has 2 dance challenges, rap challenge. Okay. Major cosigns with G-Eazy. G-Eazy is definitely a major cosign for him. And I believe when his album comes out and the Drake verse comes in, that man is going to even shoot up even farther. Okay. Please. Top 5 song on Billboard. 7 songs. Mind you, 7 songs that you can say that you know off top for an up-and-coming artist. The man does numbers. He has all the major platforms. I understand you may not like the man's music, but it's undeniable what he's done so far. It's undeniable what the man has done so far. Please, I need you guys to put some respect on his name, because at the end of the day, these other guys may have better music, but his impact is undeniable. It's undeniable. What's up, DJ Fame? What's up, guys? I see you guys talking in the comments. Let's read it before we end up getting out of here soon. Okay. I'm going to scroll up a little bit because I see you guys was talking. Alrighty. So this is like Panda over again. Exactly. Panda all over again. I wouldn't say Panda. Designer was a copycat. Blueface is not a copycat. Lil Nas X, gonna ride my horse to the Old Town Road. Timmy Turner. Watch. Timmy Turner was his hit. Probably Panda, in my opinion. Lil Nas, he needs to do way more. Somebody said he actually probably should be on his list. I was actually talking a while ago about country hip hop, and someone said that Young Thug did that, but he didn't really do it effectively. Lil Nas actually did it effectively. So he messed up when he put Timmy Turner on that beat. Lil Nas X IDK, I know he made a few country songs, or made me make a few country songs. Hip hop was so desperate for something new that they made Blueface blow. That country rap is refreshing. 6ix9ine, right? 6ix9ine, see your point. Like Fetty Wap, word Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap is actually still signed to 300. Fetty actually was a little nice though. Fetty had bangers and he was able to be attractive to the white audience. So, yo, bro, all them get numbers. They all get numbers, but not all of them have these significant cosigns. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you for joining me for this week's Hip Hop Rookie of the Year discussion. Come back next week. There might be new names. And make sure you check in all year, because there will be a rapper crowned. Have a good night.
Yo, hold on.